Hello, welcome back to The Slice, folks. It has been a hot minute. Lots of things have happened. A little break after the U.S. Open, but we are fully in the Asian swing. So let's catch up with the action, see what happened in Beijing and Tokyo, and then let's give a preview for the Shanghai Rolex Masters, which is going to be absolutely lit. So let's get into it. Here's The Slice.
Welcome to The Slice.
Welcome to The Slice.
Well, how the heck are you? Thanks for tuning in again, folks, and sticking with us through a little break here. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and your life will get genuinely better in the next few months. But right now, we are in the Asian swing, and let's just check in with what's been happening, because a lot's been going on, and we've already had some upsets in the Shanghai Rolex Masters, which is crazy, and we'll get to that. But first, what happened in Tokyo? Well, in Tokyo, Daniil Medvedev won his first ATP World Tour title, taking out Kei Nishikori. I didn't see the match, but that's obviously a huge win for Medvedev because Nishikori's been playing some great tennis starting at the U.S. Open if you watched it. So props to Medvedev for taking that next step in the next-gen career. And also, Nikolai Basilashvili, I think I'm saying that right, from Georgia, took out Juan Martín del Potro in the final of Beijing, which is absolutely crazy. But that is not out of nowhere, because when he played Nadal in the U.S. Open, I think fourth round maybe, I was very impressed with his game. He just seems to have that game where you're like, how has he not already been better? Like it just seems like no weaknesses. His backhand, he clubs it, and it is sick. So I always known he could do damage, and I was waiting for it when he'd break out. Didn't see any of these matches again because my tennis TV has not been working. ATP Tennis TV, figure it out. I don't know. But Basilashvili beat Del Potro. It's just his first title as well. Well, definitely at that stage. And that's a big deal for him. That's Tokyo and Beijing. Also, side note, David Ferrer, who had to pull out of the U.S. Open, is retiring this year. I think it's the end of his last year. Just won a challenger in Monterey. He took out friend of the show, Thanasi Kokkinakis, on the way there. But that just shows unreal heart from David Ferrer. And that is the spirit of the Slice. You know, David Ferrer is like literally he's made French Open finals. He's won ATP Masters 1000s, and he's down here at the very, very end of his career playing challengers in Mexico, winning them just for pure love of the game, and I love to see that. So Shanghai, we got a sweet draw. Lots of players are here. Nadal's not here. I don't think Murray is, but Federer and Djokovic are, and they look to me to be on a crash course to meet in the final, kind of hopefully. But Federer has a little bit harder of a draw, I would say. He has to get through Thiem or Del Potro, who are both playing insanely well on the hard court right now. So that is not going to be easy for him. But Federer does like Shanghai. If you remember last year, he put an absolute beat down on Rafael Nadal in the final and played maybe his best match of the year. That's what I called it. Last year, maybe the best match he's played in the last 6 years in Shanghai. So he loves these courts. And if he can get on a roll, he could be insanely hard to stop. But then also, Novak Djokovic is absolutely dangerous on any type of hard surface. You could put this guy on a hardwood floor and he'd be dangerous. You could put him on an ice rink, he'd be dangerous because he can just he's the best hard court player probably ever. And he's obviously just won the US Open, and before that Wimbledon, and in between that Cincinnati. So he's obviously super dangerous. And he's probably the favorite to win this, I would say, because he's got a bit easier route to the final. And yeah, he's the hottest player on the planet right now. A few things have already happened. Nick Kyrgios lost to Bradley Kahn in the first round. I think Nick Kyrgios might just be allergic to Asia. I don't know. He had a good, didn't he win Beijing last year or Tokyo? But then, yeah, the amount of times that he's played a good match compared to the amount of times he's had some type of issue come up in the Asian tournaments is alarming. So not good mojo for Nick Kyrgios in Asia so far. And I guess this is the end of the Asian swing for him because the next big tournament is in Paris. But he's already out. Denis Shapovalov from Canada, playing pretty good right now, but he has to play Basilashvili in the first round, which will probably be happening at the same time this video comes out. So I'm going to tune in for that because that's going to be hot fire. And after his win, I'd say Basilashvili is probably the favorite in that one. But that's just a very quick look into the draw here. A lot of good players, a lot of Asian players that are come up. Stanislas Wawrinka already lost to Borna Coric. I don't know if that's really an upset. Don't think it is because, Stan's at wild card and Borna Coric is 13th. And he's played really well all year long. But I would say as a dark horse, not really a dark horse, but watch out for Dominic Thiem. I still remember that his last match he played before he won. He hasn't won yet, but against Nadal, he played insanely well. If he can play anything like that on the hard courts in Shanghai, he's going to be an absolute weapon to deal with. So watch out for Dominic Thiem. It's hammer team, as they would say in Austria. I don't know. What do you guys say in Austria, Austrian fans? Leave a comment. But Shanghai's looking ripe for some great tennis, and I'm excited. So there's a small breakdown of the draw. I think we'll hopefully see Federer and Djokovic in the final. But regardless, it's going to be a great tournament with lots of great play. So there is the slice. Thanks for tuning in, folks. You guys are the best. Hit that subscribe button if you are new. Also, click this video here, please, to watch an interview I did with a guy named Ben Seguin, friend of the show. He plays at North Carolina in the NCAA, and he was the freshman of the year in the ACC, which is like the best athletic conference in the nation. So that's a big deal. Check out our interview right here.